California Northern is up to interview. We have 2 more special awards. Surprise? Please, at least I hope. Now, we'll have the Best Land Surveying Practices Award, and it's sponsored by the NCEES. Our presenter award is Tom Orweiss. Tom? Now, the Best Land Surveying Practices Award goes to Michigan from St. John Lutheran. Congratulations. Best Land Surveying Practices. Our next special award is the Best Use of Nanotechnology, sponsored by the National Nanotechnology Initiative. Our presenter for this award is Dr. John Bobolek. The special award for the Best Use of Nanotechnology goes to Mid-Atlantic from the Kenmore Middle School. Congratulations, Best Use of Nanotechnology. Congratulations to both teams and your special awards. Is California Northern ready to present? I think we're ready. Take it away, California Northern.
Riley, Sabrina, we really need to get focused. We need to practice again.
Are you sure? We have gone through this so many times.
Guys, we need to know it inside and out. Carolyn's right. Let's do it just one more time.
Let's pretend like this is the real thing, with real judges out there and everything.
Great, let's do it.
Okay, start the stopwatch. Go.
Hi, I'm Carolyn. Welcome to Aqua Solviente, a city developed to lead the way toward a more efficient and eco-friendly world.
Hi, I'm Riley. In 2112, an amazing idea became reality when city engineers and planners began the process of creating the ideal city on the coast of South Central California. Their goal was to create a people-friendly city that would rely completely on eco-friendly power sources and be carbon neutral.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. Our city was named Aqua Solviente, or Water Sun Wind, in honor of this goal. Now, in 2162, the city's 800,000 residents enjoy living in an all-inclusive, beautiful seaside community.
Aqua Solviente's waterfront location allowed our engineers to design a power generation system that relies on the untapped potential energy of the ocean.
Oceans cover over 70% of the Earth's surface. They are the world's largest collector and retainer of the sun's solar energy, and the wind over the ocean is stronger than wind over the land. In addition, power can be generated using the ocean's waves, currents, and temperature.
So with this in mind, our engineers devised the most unique power generation system they called RGGI, or short for Renewable Energy Generation Island. Now, RGGIs are a series of man-made islands 160 feet in diameter anchored in the ocean. Each RGGI is covered with solar panels that both generate power and receive solar power transmitted by panel farm satellites in geosynchronous orbit. In addition, 4 massive telescopic wind turbines project from a protective dome made of a transparent nanomaterial that also focuses the sun's rays. And during storms, these wind turbines contract back into that dome to prevent any damage.
Tethered on the ocean floor directly below each RGGI are wave electricity generators, or WEGs. Waves move the blades of each WEG back and forth, turning a power turbine and generating an electrical current. WEGs are very sturdy and are programmed to lie flat on the ocean floor during storms to prevent damage.
Reggies are connected to each other and Aqua Solviente via superconductive nanotubes, which transmit the power to underground substations located on shore. These virtually 100% efficient nanotubes are composed of individual carbon atoms bonded together in a tubular pattern, making them incredibly strong. Distribution to individual customers is accomplished via an underground grid of tunnels, containing lines and substations that reduce the voltage to usable levels. The rest of our utilities, water, wastewater, gravity-powered sewer system, communications, and some transportation, also share this underground grid.
So each Reggie is quite reliable. However, the sources used are not consistently available. Even with an abundance of sun, water, and wind, backup systems are in place to ensure that our power supply always equals our demand. So how do we do this? Well, our main backup system revolves around two dual elevation reservoirs. Now, there's an abundance of power. Water from the lower reservoir is pumped to the upper reservoir. Then, there is a shortage of power. That water is let back down through generators, creating more electricity. In addition, Aqua Solviente uses other completely renewable and eco-friendly power sources, including biomass and ocean thermal. And finally, our great engineers and scientists are continuously researching emerging technologies like fusion at our outstanding university and research institution.
Recycling containers are provided in every building, and recyclable material moves to centers via underground tubes. Garbage and solid waste that is not recyclable is converted into pellets through a process called torrefication. This process uses high temperatures to create an endothermic reaction which changes the structural and chemical composition of biomass into biofuel pellets. These pellets burn like coal and produce carbon-neutral electricity.
The city's water comes from two sources: fresh water from the mountain streams and our underground desalination plant. Our water is desalinated through energy-efficient forward osmosis, a phenomenon that occurs when salt water is passed through a semi-permeable membrane and is combined with a solution consisting of ammonia and carbon dioxide. During operation, the solution and the water are separated, resulting in a continuous stream of fresh water. Residents practice water conservation as well. For example, we collect and reroute stormwater to irrigate our rooftop gardens, vertical farms, and green spaces.
So city services in Aqua Solviente have been carefully planned. For public transit is provided in the forms of driverless buses and an ultra-fast magnetic train. But it gets better because electric pod cars are available for short or long-term rentals. Now, public service centers combine both police and fire departments, which are closely connected to residential neighborhoods and business parks. Also, all citizens use a wireless earpiece that allows that user to access and use all of the city's services with little to no hassle. And finally, health centers are conveniently located all over Aqua Solviente, and preventive health measures are encouraged, including free fitness centers.
Readily available organic food is provided locally in our vertical farms. This sustainable food production system consists of large skyscrapers, where each floor contains a variety of crops used to produce food. Soil is not needed to grow healthy plants. In our vertical farms, plants grow on concrete, with a maze of holes drilled into the concrete to provide for proper root growth and development. The roots receive a constant flow of vitamin-enriched water. The vertical farms rely exclusively upon renewable energy sources. These farms eliminate pollution and produce more food per acre of land.
Virtually all disciplines of engineering were involved in making our city a reality. Applying the principles of science and mathematics, these engineers developed ingenious solutions to hundreds of technical problems. For example, mechanical engineers designed the wind turbines, wave generators, and other moving parts. Electrical engineers developed the most efficient way to convert kinetic energy into electricity and to manage electrical current. Structural engineers specializing in ocean environments designed the body of Reggie and all of its protective components.
So what is Aqua Solviente? Aqua Solviente is the perfect city of the future. With 100% of its power supplied by multiple eco-friendly sources, it is the ideal solution to our current dependence on fossil fuels. Energy will always be needed, no matter its form, and our city meets the needs of its citizens while leaving no negative impact on the environment.
Aqua Solviente, fueling our future for a better world. Stop. Wow, that felt good.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Well, guys, I think so too.
The water desalination desalination process requires a lot of energy. Do you guys think you have efficient renewable energy sources to power all the processes in your city, including desalination?
Yes, we do. Our main power source is RGGI. We have 40 RGGIs in our city. Our city is consisted of 800,000 residents. And all this is 14 billion kilowatts per hour of energy that we're needing to supply. And so we are able to do this. We are able to supply this with our 40 RGGIs. If there ever came a time when the wind wasn't producing enough for us to meet our power demand, we have backup systems. We have our dual elevation reservoirs. We have the traditional on-land dual elevation reservoir, but we also have a very unique and very special underwater reservoir that actually uses the byproduct from our desalination.
The byproduct of our desalination plant is brine, and we take that brine and we put it into the ocean. And since it is heavier than normal water, it settles to the bottom of the ocean at the lower continental shelf, creating a lower reservoir. And when there is an abundance of power, we pump that brine back up to the top of the continental shelf in an upper reservoir, and then release it down through turbines, creating more energy. But also, the beauty of our desalination process is that it requires little to no energy because the solution of ammonia and carbon dioxide is attracted to the water molecule. So this solution actually pulls the water through the membrane by itself. So little to no energy is needed to do this process.
You've designed, you've located your city in California, yet you've put a lot of your activities in underground. So how do you justify being able to do this underground when you have so many earthquakes in California?
Well, our infrastructure is all underground, as you said, and we actually use an organic terrain filler, which is able to absorb shock, and we coated that around the base of our infrastructure. But also, we've coated all of our pipelines and infrastructure with an AFDSS, or Automatic Fire Detection and Suppression System, which is able to take the heat away from the flame if ever the pipe was to burst, so the fire in itself is out of the
Also, Aquasul Viente's architectural philosophy, if you will, is to build up and not out, so the infrastructure does not have to travel very far because most of the residential areas are in our condos, which Sabrina knows all about.
The condos buildings, pretty much every building, their windows are made of special materials, so if there is earthquakes or terrible storms, they will be safe and are highly unlikely to break.
We've taken great pride in making sure that our city is safe, and definitely the infrastructure. So we put great time and effort into this.
So what did putting the city together teach you about the role of engineers in society?
Well, it taught me that engineers are really involved in every aspect of a city in general. You know, there just isn't one engineer doing anything. You have the civil engineers, you have the mechanical engineers, you have your structural engineers, and they're all working together to create the perfect future city.
It taught me how the engineers actually have a really big impact on certain things you wouldn't really think about in life, like sidewalks or how big a building should be.
It taught me really how much training you have to go through to become an engineer. Before this competition, I didn't really know what an engineer was, so this was really an eye-opener to realize how many different aspects of engineering there is. So.
Can you explain a little bit about your biomass plant, what it's used for primarily?
Our biomass plant is, it's used primarily for the torrefication process, where it takes organic material and it takes it through high temperatures and changes it into the biofuel pellets that can be burned like coal.
But what types of inputs are to that? And I think you did address this, but are you actually, one of the big problems that we have in cities is the disposal of human waste. It's not something we like to talk about a lot, but it is a big problem.
Okay. So for human waste in our city, the sewage would go down to our wastewater treatment facility, where the liquid would be separated from the carbon-based materials and solids. The solid would be sent to our recycling plant, where it can be recycled and recycled. And the carbon-based material would go to our torrefication plant.
pretty blown away by the top 5 teams. Let's give them another round of applause for excellent work. I'm also glad I'm an MC and not one of the judges. Now, we're going to take a couple minutes to finish things up, and shortly we'll take a little break, but first there are more special awards. Up next is Protecting the Public's Safety and Welfare Through Competent and Ethical Engineering Practices Award. It's sponsored by the National Society of Professional Engineers. Now, the presenters for this award are Christopher Stone and Lawrence Jacobson. If we could have them up in front, please. Thank you, gentlemen. Ethical and courteous. The winner is New York City from Islip Middle School. One more time, Islip Middle School has done an excellent job protecting the public's safety and welfare through competent and ethical engineering practices. All right, next, the winner of the Accessible City Award, sponsored by the Paralyzed Veterans of America. The presenter for this award is Mariah Boykins. The winner of the Accessible City Award is Wisconsin from St. Mary Parish School. Congratulations. The Accessible City Award. The award for Best Future City Project Plan, sponsored by the Project Management Institute, will not be given out this year. Unfortunately, the judge was unexpectedly detained and could not participate. And next we have the Best Fire Protection Engineering Award, which I could have used a bit more thought on myself when I was a kid, sponsored by the Society of Fire Protection Engineers. The presenter of the award is Alan Friedman. Alan? We'll have a surrogate presenter for the award. The winner is Arizona from Veritas Homeschooling. Congratulations. Best Fire Protection Engineering Award. The next award is for the Best Transportation System. It's sponsored by the U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Highway Administration. The presenter of this award is Dr. Siva. Dr. Siva, please. The winners are Michigan from St. John Lutheran.